Now we'll see about the success factors for being successful in Upwork or any freelancing website for that matter. So the first one is about you and the second one is about the client. So there are two main aspects that you should look at for being successful. So let's discuss about the things that are about you. So the first and the foremost thing is work and feedback. So most of the people look for your work history on Upwork and the feedback that you've received from clients. So unless you have a good feedback and a good rating in your work history and work experience, you're not going to be successful. So you have to be truthful to your job and do it your best. Otherwise, you're not going to get good feedbacks and ratings. It is very important to have good ratings and a good feedback from your clients. Location is another important factor because we know that geographically there are different regions that have different pay scales. So as you come towards the Southeast Asia, where India, Malaysia, Indonesia, and all falls under it, the pay scale is very low. So the clients will be looking for a place with a lower pay scale. So it can help you to be successful or not. So being from India, the clients would obviously know that the pay scale is low and they'll prefer you. But then another issue is that the uh, general impression about work from India is not that great. So you should be adamant on keeping good feedbacks and getting good ratings, and you should never leave your work as such. You should be sincere to your work and do it to your best so that you get better ratings. So location can be a factor in getting a job. The next one is client rating. So, like we discussed, the client's rating and feedback is very important. If you don't have good star ratings, you're not going to get a job. Then pick a job properly. So, when you start applying for the jobs, do not randomly apply just for anything and everything you see. Look at the projects that are most matching to your criteria or most matching to what you can do, and then select the project. So there will be many criteria put up by the client, like minimum hours required or minimum experience level required. So make sure that you match all those criteria before you apply for it, because the client is not going to look at it if you don't meet the criteria. The next part is communication. Communication is very important, and it's the key to success. So the way you put up your proposal, your communication starts from the time when you put up a proposal. The way your proposal is designed and the way you communicate to the client is very important to win a job. We'll discuss more about proposal in the coming lessons. So keep in mind that communication is an important factor. Now we'll discuss about the things related to the client that can affect your success rate. So the first one is ranking. Like a user has a ranking, or like how you get a ranking or rating from your client, the client can be rated by you. So you can give a rating to the client. So when you're picking up a job, always look at a ranking that is good, because that is what shows that the client is trustworthy, or he pays on time and extra things like that, or if he's too picky on things. So you can get an idea of the client from his rating or ranking. So always pick up a client that has good rating, then look at the hire rate. There are many clients who post a lot of jobs, but they don't hire for any. So you can see that when you open the particular job feed, and when you open a job in your job feed, you can see that the client rating and client details will be given on the right hand side. And in that particular column, you should look at the hire rate. If the hire rate is pretty low, you're not supposed to take it, because you're going to waste your connects, and the job requires mostly two connects. So you'll end up wasting your connect if the hire rate is low and the client doesn't hire you. And another thing to look at is the total spend and the average hourly rate. So when you look at clients who are new, their spending will be less. And you can also understand if the client is willing to pay more, looking at his spend. And average hourly rate gives you an idea of what he is actually willing to pay for an hour, and if it matches your requirement or what you want. So keep all these points in mind before you start submitting a proposal or getting a job. So let's discuss about of our first few jobs. So it's all the first few jobs are really important, because that is what is going to showcase your accounts to bigger clients. You should have at least 3 to 4 jobs in your job feed to get a good job. So to get the first 2 or 3 jobs that are there, you should go the extra mile. You should take the extra mile. You can actually approach clients telling that you'll do the work for free for them, so that just give you a good feedback and things like that. You can talk to clients like that, in that way, where the client would give you a good feedback and you can work for the minimal amount. So you can suggest that in the communication that you have with the client. Another thing is getting 5-star rating for all initial jobs. It is very important that you get full star ratings for your initial jobs, because if you don't have that, no one is going to pick you up. Because if you mess up the first few jobs, that means you're gonna mess up the jobs that you're gonna get in future, which will be bigger than the first few. So make it sure that you do it to the fullest and get full ratings for the initial jobs. And the last point to keep in mind would be to take up a few small jobs initially. So don't go with jobs that are more than 1 month, or more than 2 weeks for that matter. Take up jobs that can be done in 1 week or less than a week, so that you can complete more jobs in the initial stage and make your account look better. So that's what you have to keep in mind about the first few jobs.